Rabbi Baruch Halomesh, he liked a bit of crack as he thumbed through the pages of the escort brochure. Not for him the Diet Coke, his idea of a snack was pure cocaine, which he'd go on to explain was practically halakhically kosher. In a luxury city centre flat, he chopped them out for the judges and the surgeons and the northern glitterati, like the children of Israel when they built the golden cow. Say what you like, he threw a hell of a kosher klezmer party on the Friday night table. It was piled high over the candles. He would smelt the whole of poppy seeds. He baked a mean hash bagel. He was a wild guy. When he was high, he was pretty fly for a rabbi. He was mad, wasn't he? He was sad, wasn't he? He lost his wife, didn't she? Leave him half the man he used to be. He sits in the dock and he sees he's been a schmuck, and he promises from now on he'll be good. The defendant's repentant malud. He swears it on the Talmud. And the judge gives Baruch a slap on the tuch. He says, you're not just a bad, bad guy. You're a very bad, bad rabbi. A bad rabbi. Rabbi Baruch Halomesh was learned and wise. He studied at a yeshiva in old Yerushalayim, and every day he'd argue till the tears were in his eyes about which food should be eaten, should be chopped or mashed or beaten, and which oil it was permissible to fry in. And you mustn't boil a baby goat up in its mother's milk, but where's it written it's forbidden to use coconut or soya? They're devils for the detail, Rabbi Baruch and his ilk. They're like union officials in dispute with their employer. Every hour on the hour, a lady from the street would press his buzzer and ask to see the rabbi, please. And he'd lead them to the bedroom and he'd say to them, my sweet, my life would be complete if you peckle my schmeckle through the hole in this sheet. He was nuts, wasn't he? He was a klutz, wasn't he? No ifs or buts, wasn't he? A pillar of the community, but now he's distraught because white knows it, he's been caught. I don't blame him for his cravings, do you? For wanting a prostitute or two to do what no Haredi lady would do. And the judge says, Baruch, this time you are in shtul. You're not just a bad, bad guy. You're a very bad, bad rabbi. A bad rabbi. Is it good for the Jews when we read it in the news? How we worry, how we scurry, how we cringe. Why could he not have been happy with just the occasional spliff? Nobody likes to see a rabbi going out on a binge. What did he think he was doing? Treating every day like it was Purim. Rabbi Baruch Halomesh, an example to us all. Beware ye holier than thou. You could end up in his condition. The strong do weaken and the mighty do fall. Like Robert Maxwell, the boater, like Barrymore in his floater. It's the downside of the missionary position. There's a blessing for the bread and a blessing for the wine, and there's something to be said for a life of piety. If you're downloading porn or you're chopping out a line, remember you can still be seen by the eyes of the Almighty. And you mustn't drive your car on a Yom Tov or Shabbat. And as well as your kippah, you must wear a wide rim hat, expose the tassels on your vest. You must let your sideballs curl and thank Hashem every morning that you've not been born a girl. And you mustn't lay down with your sister or your mum or your father's other wives or the daughter of your son or your daughter or her daughter or your grandma or your aunt. Yes, you very may well want to. Well, I'm sorry, but you can't. Though it's frowned upon, surprisingly, first cousins they'll allow, but not the sheep or the goat or the chicken or the cow. If you must drink in Starbucks, then use a paper cup. But the panini BLTini is a thrill you must give up. Never mind those prostitutes, for him it was a sin to even touch a strange woman, just in case she had the builders in. And in Prestwich and in Heaton Park and Cheetham Hill, they sit and shiver cause his bimmer now is empty. That randy rampant Rob, he's popped his last pill, he's bought his last thrill. Say bye-bye to the Rabbi. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. He was what, wasn't he? He was wild, wasn't he? Like a child, wasn't he? He was reviled, and then he was exiled, wasn't he? He will party no more, he can't wait for Yom Kippur, and he promises those days are dead and gone. He recognises now that he was wrong, and he'll no longer use his chauffeur as a bong. And the judge says, Baruch, let's not beat around the burning bush. You're not just a bad, bad guy. You're a very bad, bad rabbi. A bad rabbi. A bad rabbi. Chabad rabbi. Lie, 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 la la lie, la 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 lie. Hey, lie, la la lie, la 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 lie. Lie, la la lie, la 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 lie. Lie, la la lie, la 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 lie. Lie, la la lie, la 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 lie. Lie, la la lie, la 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 lie. Lie, la la lie, la 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 lie. Lie, la la lie, a very bad, bad rabbi. A very bad, bad rabbi.